What's up YouTube? Today I want to show you the final production release of the new Xplor 600 Pro. So I already did a comprehensive review and an FAQ on the AD600 Pro. You can watch that up here if you haven't seen it yet. And in that video, I also told you that there's only going to be two places where you can buy it in the US, and one of those places being Adorama, and their rebrand being the Xplor 600 Pro. So I figured I'd follow up just so that you guys can see how they're going to be distributing it and what you can see that final product looking like, because when I got mine, it was just the actual light in a box. So let's check it out. So right off the bat, if you were an AD600 or Xplor 600 owner, you can probably tell that this case is actually much more compact than the previous one. That case just had a lot of dead space to it. So this one's much more compact, and we'll open up and check it out. So nice strap on top, little business card slot in the background, says Xplor 600 on it. And then on the sides, you have room for the shoulder strap. Feels pretty rigid on the outside, so nice strong material. On that AD600, the top panel didn't have a ton of cushioning, and this one's definitely got a nice hard panel on top, so that's good. So zippered lid on top, open that up. So that's everything that comes on top. Obviously we've got a manual right here. So the reason that it's much more compact is because they were able to ship it with that reflector on it, whereas the reflector was off the previous design, and then that had to be in its own section, and then all of a sudden the case for it was huge. Now in this one, since it's a much shorter reflector, they're able to slide that into a little bit smaller of an area. And just like the previous one was shipped, the battery is off of it right now. Now the body of the Pro is bigger and heavier than the Xplor 600, but once you have the reflector on it, this actually becomes right about the same size, maybe even a touch smaller. It actually has a little bit slimmer of a look to it. I really like that instead of a label, they kind of went with an etching that's all black so that the label doesn't poke out at all. I don't know why I like it, just a better finish to me. So this top right slot has the battery in it. So you are gonna have this empty slot right here once you take your bulb out, if you're gonna be leaving your bulb inside the device, which since this has the protective cap that slides right over top the reflector, you really don't need to like keep a box for your bulb or try to protect your bulb otherwise. Then you have your charger up here and your shoulder strap. And if you charge it at home, you don't carry your charger, then you have another space available right here. So for me, this would be out and this would be out. I'd keep this in here, probably throw the shoulder strap away. I don't know, I don't like the shoulder straps. And this would go right in here. So you've got a ton of extra room now. You could either pull this divider out, maybe load it up with two AD200s. You can put your trigger, you can put an extra battery. The remote head, whenever that comes out, I'm thinking that might fit right in this section. Seems about the right size that the remote head might fit in here. Even though the case is a good deal smaller than the last version that came, why am I holding silica gel? I don't know, throw this out. So it's nice because of the changes to the design, especially the reflector. You've got a case that now takes up less space, and you've still got plenty of room that you could add a couple more lights in here. I think you could stack 3 AD200s on top of one another in here, or 3 speed lights. Let's try it out. So here I've got, ooh, those Evolve 200s are a perfect fit. Yeah, so stacking 3, you can still get away and close it. Not a problem at all. Or you can go 2 next to each other like this, and then 1 on top of that. So plenty of room to fit those Evolve 200s in here if you wanted to. Not with the omnidirectional head. The omnidirectional head would make it a little bit too long, but so that means the speed light would fit in there as well if you want to go that route. In terms of the light itself, there is nothing different than the AD600 Pro that's coming out of China. Last time on the AD600 we saw a green LED while the Xplor had the blue one. This time they both have the blue. So other than that, the words Flashpoint and Xplor are going to be the only differences on there. But yeah, overall I really like this case and how it looks. Now that I have a production copy of the Xplor Pro, this means something else is happening. We are gonna test it against this bad boy. This is a Broncolor Ceros 800L. Broncolor got in touch with me and they sent me this just to try it out. I've never used anything Broncolor before, so I'm really excited. I've been playing with it a little bit. It's definitely a killer light, guys. You can see it's a pretty big size difference here, but in terms of weight, the Broncolor might be a little bit heavier. One thing I noticed with the Broncolor is you can totally see where the AD600 kind of got its inspiration for the new head design. Broncolor is obviously very high standard in lighting, so I can't wait to see how these work head to head. So I have the Xplor, I have the Broncolor, and I have somebody who's willing to let me use the ProPhoto B1X for a little bit. So the only thing I'm waiting on to make this video happen is a new light meter from Sekonic. And that light meter actually measures flash durations. That's something I've been interested ever since these came out, is we only have the manufacturer specs to go off of, but do those flash durations actually hold up? Are we actually getting what is posted on the side of these? So can't wait to check that out. The other thing that Sekonic light meter measures is HSS power. So I'll actually be able to test how much power these lose once they go into high-speed sync. The Broncolor Ceros doesn't have HSS, it has HS, so it doesn't lose power when it goes into hypersync. I'll break all that down in the video, but yeah, that video is coming. Also, sorry Broncolor, you'll get your time to shine. Finally have the R2 Pro or X Pro controller for Sony. So now the only ones that aren't out yet is the Olympus Panasonic version, which should be coming, but finally have a Sony version, which means I'm a happy camper. I was using my Nikon one, so I'm very happy to finally have a dedicated Sony version of these. These are out now. Links are in the description. So yeah, Xplor Pro 600 is shipping. This is what it looks like. Sony R2 Pro trigger is out. Just wanted to update you guys all that and prep you guys for that comparison video that's going to be coming up shortly. So hope that helped you out. Until next time, keep on shooting, YouTube.